I wanted to talk to you guys about sponsorships today because I think there needs to be a little bit more like transparency, and I think there needs to be a little more education on sponsorships in the motovlog sphere, or it can really apply anywhere, but specifically in the motovlog sphere, because I have things rolling and set up pretty well. I have started not shopping, but I have started sending out inquiries to different companies to inquire about sponsorships. And the reason I'm doing it is because I'm really, really small, and I think the general consensus when it comes to sponsorships is that you only start to get them or once you get big. And while that has a little bit of truth to it, the thing is that it sucks when brands only reach out to you once you have an audience that they think that they can exploit. And guys and girls sometimes go a long time without sponsorships. Because they probably never reached out to inquire about getting one when they were smaller. And B, that's pretty dope. They're on some e-bikes, some e-dirt bikes. That's crazy. Those are cool. But yeah, they don't ever reach out to inquire about them. And then B, they just, like I said, they don't feel like they can get them until they get a certain amount of subscribers or followers or whatnot. But I started reaching out to a lot of sponsors, and these sponsors are ones that put out products that I actually use. I'm only really interested in things that I actually use. So you'll see a lot of people that they'll shill MBT or shill certain things, and then they don't even really wear the product, but they're just hoping that you buy the product with their affiliate code so they can get something back. While there's nothing wrong with that per se, it is a little misleading when you don't even actually use their product, right? It's kind of crazy. It's actually kind of crazy. So I started shopping out or putting out listings or whatever you want to call it. I started reaching out to some of these companies that I do use. You see me wearing a HJC helmet every day, so I reached out to HJC. I wear Alpine Stars, so I reached out to Alpine Stars. I did not reach out to MBT because I don't have any of their clothing, so I can't really rate it. So I did not reach out to MBT yet. I feel like it's a little corny to ask somebody for a sponsorship when you don't own their product. Doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, right? Like, for example, it just means, to me, it looks good coming from you if you inquire about it, if you've already been a customer. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. But I reached out to quite a few, actually. There are some that I reach out to as far as for smart dash cams and stuff like that. I reached out to Chiji, and I reached out to Imov. It's another brand. I don't own their products yet, but I do want it. But I'm trying to reach out to them because, hey, I'm gonna buy it, but it would be really cool if you guys could sponsor me. Now, stuff like the DJI, stuff like Insta360, they're probably not gonna sponsor you until you get crap ton of subscribers and stuff like that. And then even then there are different types of partnerships or different types of sponsorships, I should say. The most ones that we're used to seeing online from most influencers are affiliate marketing. That's where you put your link in and they give them a discount based on your referral. And if those referrals purchase something using your code, then that's how you get a kickback. You get a credit. I'm more interested in long-term, and I'm interested in branding content. To me, these are the most effective, and the reason being is because, let's give an example. Let's give an example of, let's say, for example, Fastlane D. Let's use Fastlane D, for example. Right. It's probably safe to say that when he usually wears Alpine Star boots. So it's safe to say usually that Alpine Stars gains a chance to garner sales or get sales based on Fastlane D just showing their product in his video or even mentioning their product in his video, right? To me, that's dope, right? He doesn't necessarily have to sell it, but he doesn't necessarily have to sell Alpine Stars through his affiliate code in order to get paid by Alpine Stars, right? That's what I call a branded content, meaning like, hey, Alpine Stars reaches out to you, or any company reaches out to you, like Insta360 or something like that, and they say, you make a deal and you say, hey, look, from, you know, for like the next 6 months, I will officially feature or show your product in my videos, every single video for the next 6 months. And we're gonna work out a deal for me to get paid. That's aside from the affiliate marketing, right? That's aside from affiliate marketing. Your affiliate marketing is another add-on, a way for you to get paid. Putting out branded content, most notably that you will see usually, you'll see like Fastlane D, Dude Mungus, people like this. When they talk about MBT, they will do branded content where, or I should say, sponsored video branded content, where they will come out and just say, look, this video is sponsored by NBT, or this video is sponsored by DJI, or whatever it is that you're going to be doing, right? Letting you know up front that this video has been made for the purpose of selling or trying to sell y'all on this particular company or item or whatnot. Again, nothing wrong with that, because that's just how marketing works. Things like that, of that nature. I don't have anything bad to say about those guys because they actually wear the gear, right? So that's the other caveat. You gotta, if you believe in a product, then push it. If you really don't believe in it, stop pushing the product. You're gonna see a lot of people just pushing affiliate marketing, like I said, and they don't even wear the gear. It's pretty crazy to me. I don't understand why people do it. It just looks weird when everybody sees you wearing other stuff, but you're promoting something that you don't actually use. But yeah, I'm reaching out now because, like I said, the way I have been releasing content has been daily. That's my goal for 2025, is to release daily content, at least one video a day on YouTube or Instagram. And now that I have something set and I'm rocking and rolling, I feel like it should incentivize brands to see that you do got something going, right? You got a system in place, and this could possibly benefit them. Even though you're small, it may not benefit them right away, but a long-term relationship actually will be much better, right? In that kind of way. And you know, I've had a few responses, and to my surprise, those responses were pleasant, right? They were pleasant. They weren't, you know, usually what you'll get, this is my experience in the tech world, right? When I was doing tech reviews, and you're always trying to not necessarily get sponsors, but you're trying to get paid for, basically it's the same thing. You're trying to get paid for featuring their stuff. You know, you're gonna make video reviews about their about different types of tech, whether it's Logitech, you know, etc. And you would reach out to their PR to submit your media kit, you know, your email media kit to them. And then usually what they'll do is they'll say, okay, what platform are you putting it on? How many subscribers do you have on there? And then usually once they see that, once they review your page or whatnot, they usually will say like, thank you for your enthusiasm and you're wanting to partner with us and things of that nature. But right now we just don't feel like you have a big enough following that's going to benefit us by sending you review units and whatnot to make videos. What they don't understand is that, especially in tech world, it's terrible. What they don't understand is that they're literally paying people to sell their stuff, and it's not even in a candid, believable way. All those videos just come out looking like commercials, and that's just not the way to go. I mean, because people really get tired of that, where every video that you're putting out is a sales pitch. It's a sales video. Every video is sponsored. Like it becomes really, really obvious that you're treating your subscribers, you're treating your supporters literally like cattle, you know what I mean? Like cash cows. Like you're just shoving them commercial after commercial after commercial, and you start to lose the authenticity of why you're even doing it. That's one of the reasons why I stopped doing tech reviews, why I just stopped doing it, because it started to feel so fake. It started to feel very, very fake. What I want to do with the motovlog thing is that I do want sponsorships. I do want partnerships. I don't mind sponsorships so much, but I want partnerships. I want partnerships like, for example, you see, I think his name is Spike, but I think I've used this before, but Spike being a early YouTuber. Oh shit, where the hell did my, gosh, hold on. Anyways, Spike, let's see. Oh. So, Jesus, what in the world? Anyways, I want to use this as an example. So, I think his name is Spike. I believe he used to work with Yaminoob before he got fired or something like that. I don't know what really happened, but I know, or maybe it was Chase on Two Wheels. I don't remember, but he got a partnership, a long-term partnership when he first started out, and he was very, very small relative to what he is now, how big he is now. And he got a long-term deal partnership with Ruroc helmets. They make really cool helmets. Now, Ruroc has gotten a lot of backlash. I don't really care to get into it. The point is that he got into an early partnership with them that was long-term. It ended up being really good for him and kind of bad for him based on his words. The really, really good part being that they sponsored, or I should say, yeah, same thing. They sponsored basically all of his videos in terms of they were going to provide him with helmets, whatever helmets that he liked, whatever helmets that they came out with to review on his channel. Other caveat to that is that I think that they probably required him to only wear their helmets during that long-term process. So the negative side to that is that when you have a long-term deal, you have to be very, very mindful that yes, you're going to grow, but at the same time, you're also potentially cutting out other parties that you could be partnering with. So for example, in his case, he was partnering with Ruroc. Well, as he was getting bigger, a lot of other companies are going to approach you, like Alpine Stars, like KYT, AGV, Scorpion, all these people, all these different Shoei, all these different manufacturers that make helmets. They're going to start reaching out to you because they start to see how much reach and how much growth, how big you're growing, how much influence you might have on the scene. Well, if you're in a long-term relationship with a company already like Ruroc, again, their requirement is that you cannot review other people's helmets. You cannot wear other people's helmets. Maybe that was in your clause, right? So now you're kind of screwed because you're stuck in this relationship that you can't really get out of, and you're passing up on other opportunities because when you signed the deal, you were kind of like a nobody. And now that you're growing and you're somebody, you're locked into this crazy contract. So you just got to be mindful of that too as well. But again, that's why I'm reaching out, and with my experience, I don't want to end up in a position like that. And you got to start asking yourself why you might see some of these big influencers that probably only promote one thing, right? When there's obviously other brands out there selling the same thing. you gotta think about things like that as well. Like maybe they're in a contracted deal to where they cannot talk about any other brand or company exclusively, or wear any other brand or company exclusively in their videos for a certain amount of time. That's based on an agreement that they made with the company, and it has to stand. A lot of people will not tell you that. They will just continue to, do their job, their end of the deal, and push their product. So a lot of people do get upset because they don't really understand that. I see these people all the time in the comments of like some of these YouTubers that I've already talked about, and they'll say, man, all you guys do is just shill MBT, shill MBT, shill MBT. I think Yami New made a video about MBT not being like the most safest thing and blah, blah, blah. But yet everybody's, basically shilling for them. And I think that Yami did not necessarily touch on that aspect of the partnership / sponsorship. That is a huge part of what goes into making a deal with a company for a partnership or sponsorship. You have to read those terms. You have to think about those terms, which is why you should probably get a lawyer or attorney to always look at a contract before you sign it. If you have any concerns that nature, like, hey, you need to really put that in and say, hey, I don't mind doing this sponsorship or this partnership, but you either need to negotiate the time, or you need to negotiate, hey, look, I also want to wear or feature other things. And you just have to kind of go back and forth to find the middle ground, because like I said, no company is just going to be like, hey, like DJI is not going to reach out to you and say, hey, like, we want you to use DJI for your videos. We want to sponsor you for the rest of the year. And they're going to say, hey, by the way, you can also use GoPro, or you can also use another competitor, or review or push another competitor. No, that's a conflict of interest. They're not going to do that. Excuse me. The only way that's going to save you is if you have enough clout, like your, Fastlane D, IMK, because IMK does it a lot too, where he'll feature sometimes Insta360. They sponsor him. Then he'll feature DJI again, and he'll go back to GoPro. He's got enough clout to where he can tell his people, look, I'm going to use the best that I think is the best, and I'm not going to tell people that any one thing is the best because you're just paying me. So, he has a lot of clout though, so he can probably make those moves. But for the average person, or for the average YouTuber or something like that, or influencer, they're not going to give you that option. They're going to say, hey, look, we're going to sponsor you let's do a 6-month sponsorship. For every video you make, you're going to have to use our equipment. We're going to send you free equipment, and you'll have really good support, and we'll give you an affiliate link as well. And you better make sure that you negotiate, hey, look, every video that I put out, you need to pay me. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck with free gear and an affiliate link, which people may or may not use your link to buy it. So you've been pushing a company for 6 months, and you barely gotten paid anything. You just basically got some free equipment. That's not good. Start making these companies actually pay you. You're the one doing all the work. Make them pay you for it. But yeah, just keep that in mind. That's what I'm doing. And I had a couple reach back out to me, which was shocking in my opinion, because usually most people just ignore you, because they'll look at your profiles and say, oh man, this small fry, you know what I mean? But again, they don't really understand the impact that they could have with somebody that's being consistent. Like I said, I'm not trying to be regular consistent. I'm trying to be super consistent, dropping videos every day. That's potential for these companies to be like, shoot, he can feature our stuff every day. You know what I mean? So don't shy away from sponsorships. Just be smarter about them. I think you'll be all right. But yeah, they can be a big deal, and they can make you, and they can limit you. I'm not gonna say break you, but they can limit you for what you can do. So keep that in mind. Anyways, done rambling. It's time to go ride. I thought it was gonna rain. Sun came out. Peace.